Manchester has the highest rate of severe child poverty in the country. 1 in 5 children are living in poverty, and in some areas such as the city centre, as many as 4 in 10 children are affected. I went to visit the UK policy advisor for Save the Children.
The worry, I suppose, for Manchester and the North West is that we won't feel the benefits necessarily of sort of the economic recovery that might happen in other parts of the UK. So I think the most important thing for this area is that people are supported across the whole country. More than half, around 66% of all children living in poverty are in households where at least one parent's in work. So this sort of rising problem of in-work poverty is a real problem across the country. In Manchester, we know there's still a sort of problem with areas where lots of people actually find it difficult to get into work in the first place. But again, this sort of issue of in-work poverty, people have got a wage, parents are going out to work but still find that their income isn't high enough is sort of a real problem in our area as well across the whole country.
Over half of the food distributed by Foodbanks goes out to feed children. Here is an example of the extent of food poverty that some people are experiencing.
He had lost his job, he'd been on a low-income job anyway. He'd lost his job, had no money coming in, his wife had left him, he was left with 2 children, and basically he was only eating on a Wednesday and a Sunday because his priority was to feed his children.
Many schools across the North West have introduced breakfast clubs. At Primrose Hill Primary School in Salford, they have had a breakfast club running for 7 years. They feed between 20 and 40 children each morning. I spoke to the opposition spokesperson for supporting children and families, Councillor Tom Ross.
Schools are identifying that there are issues out there and it's important for the welfare of the children that they get support. It doesn't mean to say that the people, those children are in the homes of bad parents, not at all. It's often the case that pressures and things that are beyond the control of the parents are fired at them, and they're doing their best to cope, but they do need that extra support in there.
With the child poverty level expected to rise by 2020, all we can do is hope that a solution to the problem is found sooner. Josie Sharmadine, Keys TV News.